new players, particularly tail-enders on this surface, they find it very, very hard. That's gorgeous cricket shot. It really is wonderful. He's such a big player in the remainder of this match.
Oh, one of the best shots of the day from Tom Banton. Talked about his ability to score all the way down the ground. To play sweep shots. The game plan in which he deploys will define if England get home or not today. It's the 30 off just 20 deliveries, but it's the control in which he's played this shot is possibly the most impressive.
Been out there a long time in terms of this match, that's why. Now there's a two, there's a possibility of a two here. Jax has to get his skates on, running to the danger end, he gets there. Good cricket, England.
Yeah, this is the glue, isn't it, in a partnership. This is worth another look. Yeah, all timing. Just a check drive. Extension. Shot to play on this surface. There aren't many batters today that have done extra cover with ease.
Got to get Banton, New Zealand have to get Banton here. He's the danger man. Got to end the over. A good one though for England, 13 from it. 114 for 5.
Questions for Mitchell Santner.
I am Nedja, the third Prince Bull. I slay demons by rhymes untold. Today I come to rid evil's breath. You wicked fiends, prepare for death.
If my son dies and Chentong pass, will die with him. Do you have a death wish?
I'll smash your lone palace into pieces.
Tom Banton the towel, because when Banton had a couple of early failures in this tournament, there were a few whispers from those watching on that maybe Duckett should be given a go. Good all-format player, excellent player of spin, but England kept faith with Banton, and then he started to play better cricket in Kolkata, and they're reaping the rewards of that show of faith now.
46 from 24. An informed player and a player who's been at the crease. That's England's cause at the moment. Really good work from Lockie Ferguson in the deep to cut that down to 1. 45 from 23. 44 for a super over. Thank you very much.
I wondered how long it would be.
Well,
Ian, before it came out of your mouth.
Statistician just said to me, and I believe everything they say. So, but that's true. 44. So keep your eye on that too, folks. Having so much fun, we might stay longer. Oh boy, that's great running. It had to be great running because the cricket from Santner was world class as well.
Yeah, I think he's safe. Both are quick. Banton sets off early, but it's Jax that goes to the danger end. One-handed pick up and throw. Yeah, I think he would have been safe if Tim Seifert had gathered the ball and then taken the bails off.
Seifert was doing there, shaking his head like, what the heck happened there? Amazing. He dropped that ball. Anyway, every dot, every single was just a little gold nugget for New Zealand in this situation, pushing it up at England.
A significant spin on offer today. Ravindra, 0.2 degrees of spin. Very dramatic. You normally see the likes of Santner and Rashid dominating tables like this, but
it's good, really good from a part-timer who's developing his skill here. 3 singles and a dot in a crunch situation, putting it back on England.
Yeah, blessed to have spinning all-rounders New Zealand in Rachin Ravindra and Glenn Phillips. England have them in Will Jacks and Jacob Bethel. They're like gold dust in these conditions.
This could be out too. It is out. Chapman has got a really good pair of hands down there. He's very safe. And England are starting to feel the heat, it seems.
A rank short ball from the left arm spinner who we've been waxing lyrical about. His accuracy, the level of turn, certainly bowled better balls today. This set up to be hit from Banton, but there's no pace to work with. So no timing either. Chapman in the deep. Smiles round. It's the big wicket of Tom Banton. He goes for 33. England 117 for 6.
You have no idea what's coming?
Eileen's having some major issues at home.
My house is very haunted.
So I got night vision, I got it all. I'm ready to bust some ghosts.
I have a ghost. Are you guys controlling this? He's buried under my house and bangs in the walls.
Some nights you're in the mood to bang, and sometimes you're not.
What's happening?
He's got 7 wickets in 2 games on the surface. He's only very much a part-timer in the rest of proceedings, but he has found a liking to this particular slow surface, and Banton really had to nail that. That was a big, big ball and a free hit, basically, but to the short side, he just picked out Mark Chapman. Was there, his eyes must have lit up, and what does Glenn Phillips think about it? He's about 100 yards away on the other side. He's loving it, Phillips. Ryan Ahmed is a new player, and he's playing his first game.
He is. Debut for Ryan Ahmed in the T20 World Cup, but I class him as a batting all-rounder rather than a bowling all-rounder.
This is the ED, it's not for the faint of heart.
Welcome back. Who else is going to get this place to the 4th and survive?
I could use a second set of hands.
And so it begins.
Experience the best of Hollywood.
Hey, buddy. Eyes up here.
Let's go.
It's time.
Experience the best of Hollywood.
Now is the time.
47 for 2 in the opening phase. Wasn't too bad because the power plays are the better time to bat. 50 for 2 was good, the consolidation, but now when the pressure goes on, the heat goes on, you find the wickets starting to fall. It happened with New Zealand as well. It's happening with England, and now 43 from 18. Phillips back in, the hot hand. And as good as Jacks has been in this competition, as I said, this is like batting on another planet.
Yeah, the right end for Phillips to get back into the action as well. Bowling to 2 right-handers to the longer side of the ground. It is a huge hit. If Jacks or Ahmed want to take that boundary on, they'll push hard for 2s, try and get a little bit more momentum back and target the bowling the next over to the shorter side.
New Zealand have just had a warning for not starting the over quick enough. Be careful there, because you don't want to be left in a situation where you get penalised. Not in a tight game. 42 from 17. That is some cricket shot. From a new man at the crease to run at Phillips and nail it.
Well, he is a talented batter, Ryan Ahmed. As I said a moment ago, I'd class him as a batting all-rounder. I think he's a better batter than he is a bowler right now. And he's certainly got plenty of flair.
He got a wicket of his first board in this match. And Glenn Phillips absolutely appreciates the timing in that one to a small degree. but it's a big blow. And now it's 36 from 16. Oh, with both barrels here, England, they cannot just let it be done at one end. Both players have to be effective in this situation. Win Predictor says New Zealand hot favourites at 87%. That one flew off the bat of Ryan Ahmed. 94 metres. Your list ball has to be a boundary or a six. Could be the six. It's gone to the longest boundary. It's beautifully nailed. That is the biggest hit on the ground, and Jacks gets it right.
Yeah, brilliant from Will Jacks. Times in this tournament for England as he got them out of a situation. This could be another. Down the track. Doesn't quite get close enough to it, but follows through with the plan. The shout is call. Good. He's gone a long, long way. 14 already off the over.
Keep going, boy.
Get another boundary in this over. It's on here, 29 from 14. One more boundary in this over. Straight down the ground. I think that's four, it is four. This is huge for England. Worrying from New Zealand, you can see it on everyone's face.
Confidence surging through his veins, Will Jacks. Already 3 Player of the Match awards in this tournament so far. Taken to this role down the order, a finishing role, because he's more used to batting in the top 3 in T20. He's taken to it wonderfully.
He gets the space to run 2. This is huge. This a 2 now would get it down to 23 of 2 overs. And hitting to the short side in the next over. Thumped square. Thumped effectively too. Brilliant batting. Absolutely magnificent from England in that over. 22. Huge runs. Phillips is dismayed. New Zealand are worried. It's 139 for 6.
Anything is possible.
Let's go! Viva la revolution!
Experience the best of Hollywood, only on Geo Hotstar.
Let's talk murder.
We need to go face to face with the mob.
It's like The Godfather.
I made him an offer he couldn't decline.
Okay.
Gone up right in the garden. As it's joined forces with New Zealand's effort. And now this is, you talk about a captain's knock with the bat. This is a captain's moment with the ball. It's going to be Mitchell Santner bowling to 2 right-handers. This is brilliant hitting. This is the Ahmed one that triggered it. That was a glorious shot, and then Jacks took on the hardest option of the lot, the longest boundary, and Phillips started to feel the pressure. An over-tossing delivery, and then one that was too short. That's pressure. England looked like they might be handling it better. 21 from 12. Santner with a huge over. Reverse sweep is effective. That's gorgeous cricket. Pressure on. Big pressure on the New Zealand captain.
11 from 4, Ryan Ahmed. What a gem of an innings he's playing here. That's 6 down the ground off Phillips. Exactly the right option here, knowing that Santner would be slow and wide to keep it away from the short leg side boundary. Very smart batting.
Santner has to react to that reverse sweep because that's the line he wants to bowl. He has to protect that boundary, and he's done that. He's put a deep backward point, and he's had to bring up square leg inside the circle to compensate for that. But he still wants to bowl wide of off stump to protect the short boundary. think they'll risk two. They don't have to at this point. They're in the driver's seat, England, you think.
Yeah, they certainly are. What a hand this is from Rayan Ahmed. Plenty of support for Will Jacks. He's almost released pressure and not piled it on, which a lot of the times today batters have struggled once they've come to the crease. Not Rayan Ahmed.
27 runs off the last 8 deliveries. Punishing New Zealand. They thought they had it. They haven't yet. I'll get 2 here. Ahmed will run back on the arm of Ferguson, so this is working out to plan problems for Santner. He needs to break this partnership, get a new player out.
Where does he go next? The final over. Smithy?
Well, I think he probably might have to go back to pace to change it up again, because it looks at the moment, and if he bowls a spinner, it'll be a part-time spinner or one with not very much experience. He probably has to go back to Henry or Ferguson. 2 more. Ahmed will come back just like the ball before. This is good from England. New Zealand's body language says it all.
Yeah, they have to do something. They need a wicket. It might be worth a field change. They're just trying to protect runs at the moment, but England are doing this with ease, both picking up singles and twos quite easily. This is where your vice captain comes in. Obviously, there's a huge amount of responsibility on Mitchell Santner. Possibly to have a word about what the plan might be. Continues to bowl that wide line, and England pick off 1s and 2s, and then take a risk on top of that. They cruise it.
Are you saying offer up the short side then?
Yeah, simply yeah.
Single, and there was a chat also. Actually, the chat became between the two batters, and I think they've said we can win this game. We don't have to be stupid here. We'll probably need 1 more boundary to win it. That's all. Just 1 more boundary and some smart cricket in the whole of the remainder of this. Just 1 boundary.
Yeah, this is good from Jacks. Just shepherding experienced Ahmed. Easily get carried away in this sort of a situation, given the type of day that he's had.
Now he will clear the boundary. Will he? Does. He does. Waited an eternity to Lockie Ferguson. He went as far back as he possibly could. And Rayan Ahmed has played an absolute gem of an innings here. 18 from 6. And he's given England every chance. It's 155 for 6.
Was that Owen?
बडीज के साथ क्रिकेट स्क्रीनिंग का प्लान बनना फास्ट, सेम प्लान कैंसिल होना उससे भी फास्ट। उसी क्रिकेट मैच के स्कोर अपडेट्स ESPN क्रिक इन्फो पे मिलना सुपर फास्ट स्कोर अपडेट्स के साथ और भी बहुत कुछ मिलेगा सिर्फ ESPNcricinfo.com पर। ESPN Crick Info, download the app now.
The other night, New Zealand took a gamble on Cole McConkey and it paid off. Tonight, England have taken a gamble on Rayan Ahmed and it has paid a huge dividend, and it will be Matt Henry. It'll be pace on or quicker bowling anyway.
Amazing innings that Rayan Ahmed has played. A couple of mighty sixes down the ground. That reverse sweep of Mitch Santner is taking some risky options, but so accomplished. Maybe England are due to go back to India for their semi-final, whoever they play. Rayan Ahmed, this might be his only game of the competition if they go back to the same balance that they had before in India, but what a hand he's playing.
New Zealand will sit in Colombo and wait to see how good Pakistan go against Sri Lanka tomorrow night at Pallekele. 5 runs per over. 19 overs gone, so 6 deliveries, 5 runs needed, and you would think 2 players in England will coast it here. A wicket first ball, it has to be. Got to knock someone over here, Henry. Single out to Phillips, that's all you'll risk out that way. This is a partnership, 39 from 14 deliveries. speak highly enough of what this young man has done. Walk out of the dugout in your first World Cup game. Not mission impossible, but mission very difficult. And do what he's done is quite outstanding. 18 from 6 and he's on strike now. He could have the final say. A boundary will do it for England. Matt Henry setting his field with precision through the offside, and a few hands on hips from the New Zealand point of view. Where has this come from? Rashed out to Phillips. They'll only get one.
I'm not quite sure of the plan here from New Zealand. 3 now to defend from 4 deliveries. They need a wicket. Easy to identify what the plan is. They're almost sitting back and hoping as to what's going to happen. Couple, skipper himself, a wicket saving a single. Deep cover is now going out, which I find remarkable.
England have qualified, but they're not playing like a side that are taking it easy on anyone. This is a very professional performance. Really effective run chase for a side that looks hungry and are getting better. Goes fine down towards fine leg, and that is it. England have won this match out of nowhere, really. It was just minutes ago we were saying New Zealand were 80% favourites to win it. And England have turned it on its head. A partnership of 44 from 16 has broken a few hearts out there. Brilliant, England. Absolutely brilliant.
Yeah, maybe peaking at the right time. This was certainly a good marker for England playing against this excellent, efficient, proficient New Zealand side. As to where they are right now, New Zealand will have a nervy wait now because slightly out of their hands. They'll have to wait on results elsewhere. But England, they know they're going to India, they're going to Mumbai. They don't quite know yet who they're playing. It'll be either India or West Indies, but they'll take confidence from this. Feel that with the way they played in the Super 8 stage, they're just coming to the boil at the right time.
Wildstone Code for the man of code.
After a good game of football on weekend, a true Mallu will plan a Premier League game with friends and a good old drink. Open it, Cheta.
Haaland is in. Bruno Fernandes.
Watch Premier League live on Jio Hotstar and Star Sports Network. क्रिकेट ये सिर्फ एक खेल नहीं, दीवानगी है। इस दीवानगी में इंडिया के साथ फंडे हैं। दीवाना इंडिया का, दीवाना हम सफर।
And the problem now that faces New Zealand, it's out of their hands. If Pakistan have an absolute blinder tomorrow night, they'll be sitting on the edges of their seats. They'll be hoping Sri Lanka can find some form. This is the winning moment. It's actually a leg buys officially, really, off the helmet. They won't be worrying about doing concussion tests now. England, they'll just be celebrating. And boy, what an influence on this tournament Will Jacks has been. Give him a job, he does it. 44 from 16. Incredible. Staggering success rate for Jacks. And England, well, they suffered early, but boy, they found some substance in the middle.
Yeah, it was the skipper, first of all, Harry Brook, that got them going, but then excellent work under pressure from Tom Banton in particular, 33 from 24. Sam Curran played his hand, but that partnership between Will Jacks and Rayan Ahmed, a match-winning one.
Partnerships were the key. They found 3 of note, really. Jacks and Ahmed is the winning partnership of 44 from just 16 deliveries. So hard to do that. It really was. And so to achieve that was absolutely outstanding and confidence building at the same time. New Zealand tried 7 options tonight based around spin, but in the end, even then, Mitchell Santner lost confidence in his spinners and had to go back to Matt Henry. It was a job too hard, a bridge too far with so few runs to play with. So 1 for 19 from Henry from his 2.3 after a great start. This is the summary here. New Zealand 159 for 7. If you'd have taken a poll, everyone was thinking that was enough. No, said England. No, it's not enough. They win with 3 balls to spare and 4 wickets in hand. A very polished, confidence-building performance. A win by 4 wickets. So this makes tomorrow's game hugely important. Sri Lanka playing for pride in front of their own, and Pakistan now playing for a place in the semi-finals. Points table says England far and away the best in the group, unbeaten. We've done a quick calculation upstairs. Pakistan need to win approximately 65 runs or chase their target in 13 overs. This is just an approximate at this stage, doing it for your benefit. We'll know the exact margin at the end of the first innings of the match, but that's what it seems like now. So that's a big win. New Zealand probably still had to have in their favour. Some very happy faces, particularly Brendan McCullum talking to his young hero of the evening, who got a wicket with his first ball in World Cup cricket and hit his next ball for 6 when he came out to bat as well. There are some smiles in the New Zealand camp, but deep down they'll rue one that got away, I'm sure, because they couldn't quite handle the pressure when it really mattered. Job done, England. Job done, and another job exceedingly well done by the player of the match, who's with Laura McGoldrick.
Yes, and presenting the man of the match of award is Simon Doull to Will Jacks. 32 with the bat, extraordinary off 18 balls and 2 for 23 with the ball. Congratulations, you've done this before. This is your 4th player of the match of the tournament. How does this one rate?
I reckon this is the best. I'm absolutely buzzing with that. To be knocked out at the end in a tight finish when I went out there, it was on a bit of a knife edge, and I'm over the moon.
How did you hold your nerve at the end there? You've got yourself a bit of a reputation now as a finisher for this team, so how did you hold your nerve?
It's just about keeping it simple. I think Rehan played an absolutely brilliant innings. Everyone who came out on that pitch struggled straight away, and it took time to get the pace of it, how slow it was, and I think that 60-hit second ball off Glenn Phillips kind of up to the ante and just put them on the back foot, and then I was able to play off him there. The game was kind of laid out for us with how they were going to bowl and the outfield and the conditions, so I just tried to utilise that.
What were you two talking about in the middle in terms of how you get this total? Was it just one ball at a time, or were you thinking bigger picture?
Well, the overall Phillips, we spoke about we need to take a risk here. I think it was 15 and over, and off spinner to 2 right-handers, we thought that was our matchup. And then for the other 2, we talked about just hitting the gaps hard and running hard. It's a massive boundary out this side, slow surface, so you're not always going to be able to clear the field, and we picked up a couple of 2s, which were crucial that over.
You also got 2 wickets, so it's been a great night out for you, but that finish was superb. Would you say that you personally are peaking at the right time of this tournament?
Yeah, I feel really confident right now. I feel calm in the middle, which I think is it's like another string to your bow. If you're calming and you know what you're trying to do, then yeah, that could be more vital than anything. And going into the semi-finals now, I think myself and the team we're going in the right direction. 3 wins in the Super 8 against 3 strong sides. We're very happy.
Yeah, well, congratulations. Enjoy tonight. We'll see you at the semi-final.
Thank you.
This group still remains undecided, and New Zealand would walk away wondering where it went all wrong for them. Was it just towards the back end? Because things started absolutely brilliantly in a chase, and it wasn't too much. You would have felt that New Zealand had enough on the board as well. Their seamers picking up the wickets in the power play. Much more improvement from their seamers than what we've seen in these subcontinental conditions. But then England are just bringing up different match winners in every single game. Remember, Ahmed made the debut today. He helped the bat along with Will Jacks. It's the fourth player of the match for him, the most decorated as far as England players are concerned in a T20 World Cup game. So they win by 4 wickets. They pretty much have a good idea here on higher match centre live as we're down by Aaron Finch and Anand Kumble that they're going to be heading to the Wankhede to Mumbai. And I just go back to what the captain said at the toss. No pressure, they'd already qualified for the semi-final, but he did say, if we can knock out a good side like New Zealand, that helps us later, because now New Zealand have to wait for what Pakistan do against Sri Lanka tomorrow. But exceptional in that chase when chasing has not been easy.
Especially on the surface that we saw today, and in the position that England were in towards the end. 17 overs, almost 17 overs. England needed 44, 43 runs in 3 overs, and not easy. We've seen throughout this match that for any new batter to come in and easily get runs, it was never easy. And in those 3 overs to get 44, Rehan Ahmed played a fantastic cameo. And Will Jacks once again proving for England that the role that was given to him, he opens the batting generally, but the role that England team management have given him, he's justified that with 4 Player of the Match awards. And what an innings. That partnership certainly rocked New Zealand. At the 17th over, New Zealand possibly thinking, okay, we've done the best that we can here, and then we'll be there. But then the last 3 overs, they just snatched it away.
And you just wonder with that turning point, because New Zealand have been so clinical, does it go down to that final over bowled by Glenn Phillips?
Tufani moment of the day, brought to you by Thumbs Up.
Finchy, I'll come to you for this because he's put in a performance. It's his final that you go to in terms of the over. The 18th over, right-handers. Did this make sense to you? Because this is where the runs would plot.
Yeah, I think it was. And Will Jacks summed it up beautifully there. The ability to understand that, right, this is the moment that we need to target and we need a boundary early in the over. And they certainly got that. I thought, like Anil said, the innings that Rehan Ahmed played was extraordinary along with that in that partnership with Will Jacks. But nobody had been able to access that really long boundary for the entire tournament right throughout this at this venue. So the ability to say, you know what, now is the time, and then to find the middle of the bat and clear the long boundary, exceptional batting, good partnership, good planning, and England too good.
We'll speak about the partnership actually, because Rehan Ahmed playing in what is his first, his first T20 World Cup game. He's had a bit of that, I guess, that performance with the ball. But actually, when you hear the commentators and the English commentators, they said he's known for his batting abilities. Strength down the order when your top order has not been firing. This might just be a key heading into the business end.
Oh, perfect. He's just come into this game. First ball, he got a wicket of a short delivery. He bowled a googly. And he hasn't put a foot wrong. With that kind of surface, to go there, first ball, take the bowler on, and then hit the straps and winning the game for your team. Look at that, 44 unbeaten partnership in 16 balls. I don't think you, on a surface like that, even in the power play, you didn't get that kind of a start for New Zealand or for England. And to do that right towards the end, under pressure, when the ball was certainly helping the spinners, was exceptional. I think they'll take a lot of confidence from here going into that semi-final.
The 2 people on the screen there, of course, the captain, but Will Jacks in particular, Finchy, what a tournament he's having.
That's been an unbelievable tournament. He's more known to be batting at the top of the order, and I think the move down to number 7 is a really smart one from Brendan McCullum and Harry Brook, because when you bat at the top of the order, you dictate how the game is played, and you understand that you set the tone. When you bat down the bottom, the game is totally different. You have to just play the game that is in front of you. So from that point of view, they're very similar roles. Batting in the middle order has real challenges, because then you have to decide which way the game goes or which way that you take it. When do you take risks? I think Will Jacks is a beautiful player when the game is laid out and you say, you know what, this is what you've got to do, and that's all we want you to do. Just go for it. And his bowling is exceptional as well. I mean, 4 player of the matches is extraordinary in one World Cup for a guy that has changed his role and made that his own.
Absolutely. Well, you can understand how pleased the captains would be at that as well, because it makes things very interesting from the perspective of this group. It does now eventually go down to tomorrow's game as well. Pakistan take on Sri Lanka. They have to win by a certain margin of about 65 runs as well. And if they have to chase the target, it has to be within 13. We'll talk about that. The captains are ready for the presentation.
Yes, thanks very much. Mitch Santner, the New Zealand captain, is patiently waiting. Thanks for your time. Your reflections on the match overall?
It was a good match, a tight match. I think the way England kind of paced that chase, and then obviously the way Willie J and Round kind of put the finishing touches was good bit batting.
Defeat not ideal, obviously, for you, but a narrow defeat, I suppose, is the next best option.
Yeah. I mean, obviously it would have made it easier if we made our lives easier if we won, but again, we played a pretty good game. There's obviously moments both with the bat and the ball that you could probably look back on and kind of turn the game off a little bit. But again, credit to England the way they played.
When you look back at those moments, which would they be specifically?
I think we set up a good platform for to target the last few overs, then lost a few there. We're only kind of scraped to 160. Could have easily been 170. And then I guess at the end, you need 40 off kind of the last three. I think the way they were able to take down the offie and obviously at the end was good batting.
I was going to ask that about, because you got a good platform in the power play, 50 odd for none, and you'd know from the game 2 nights ago that score is a competitive one, but were you slightly underwhelmed with the final total after the first 6 overs?
Yeah, I think I guess the other innings we kind of lost wickets throughout, and then we're able to get to a score through I guess the last 4 overs. But tonight we kind of set a platform, got to the second time out in a pretty good spot, and then maybe took some tough options straight after the timeout. But again, you need to kind of get runs, and we were thinking at that stage 170, 175 would have been a really good score.
And Rehan Ahmed coming in for his first game, a player that comes in like that, they're often dangerous, aren't they? Because they're on a shot to nothing really, and nothing to lose.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, Rehan showed his class with the bat the last kind of couple of years, and obviously a very good player of spin. He wasn't really phased on that wicket. And I guess his partnership with Jaxie, but also set up by Bance and Curran after losing a few at the start.
Well, thanks for your time as always, and you'll have a nervy wait, no doubt, but good luck over the next 2 days.
Yeah, we'll probably be watching the game tomorrow, so yeah, thank you.
Thanks for your time.
No worries.
Harry Brook is all smile.